Hello, guys. My name is Senna, and I'm excited to be back from my long school year. But finally, I'm here, and today there has been also updates on additional pets, and a lot of things also changed. And one of the questions that I've gotten a lot in the past was specific abilities for the pets, and I'll try to make a um, on my vlog or something what they specifically do. But here I'm going to make a general video on how pets work, especially, as well as what kind of effect that they do. I'm gonna just go ahead and explain the highest one and how the pet systems work. So here it is. Here's my pet that I use for my farming. This is a Mick, and what it does is, let's say for instance, um, this one gives just 300 more golds whenever I get a gold from a adventure. So it's just additional gold, since most of the time I'm short on gold. And you guys can see that after the all the positions where you can choose, one all the way on the right will be the pet, and then that one slot will be for the pet. And also you guys can access the pets by pressing onto the pet button right next to the regular hero. And here is some of the other pets that I have. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, all the way up to 4 star. And each one of them basically has different uses. Um, and also, if you have a 7 night, the pet points, if you reach 250, which, every time when you um, fuse a 4 star pet, you could get these points. But how it works is very simple. So let's say for instance, if I have a 1 star and I'm trying to fuse, you don't need anything. You just put how many ever want, and then it fuses. But up to basically not 8. And now you guys can see that I put same one, but it's 10%, and it only works among the same levels. So I can't use 2 stars. So if I was gonna go fuse the 2 star, I only need to use a 2 star. So I can go ahead and use multiple one of them if I wanted to. And I'm just going to do this just because I don't need these guys. But if I fuse it, these pages will pop up, and they'll basically has, at that point, I had so much percentage chance, it turns into 3 star. Now when I go to the 3 star, I can also do pretty much the same thing, but only use the 3 stars alone. And you guys can see that cost is also increasing, but every time when you do it, it's like 10%. And then this one only happens when it's a 4 star or higher. So if I was gonna mix these 4 stars up, and if I do it, I will most likely gonna get, even if I failed or whatever, I'll still get some the 7 night pet points. And that's how generally it works for the fusing. You don't need to plus anything, like regular heroes. And you could also go ahead and sell them too. They generally give you, I guess, a better gold than the regular heroes. But let's go ahead and then look at the pets. So there is 7 night pets, which can go up to level 6, and the general other pets that are also up to a 6 star that is just added as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Pretty much anything below the 4 star, I'm not gonna anything below 4 star, I'm not gonna look at that because it's pretty much useless. So this one, although there's a better replacement, increases allies magic and crit by 8%. So you guys can see what it does, and they pretty much does the opposite. For this one, increase allies physical attack and the crit rate by 8%. So you guys can see that it basically the same thing. It's just magic, crit. And this one increases allies damage dealing and the attack by 20% in the raid, which helps a lot. That's one of the necessary one for the raid. And this one, a magic damage and plus the damage dealing by damage done by 20%. So you guys can see that is is pretty much exactly the same. This one, you guys can also see it from the picture. Increase the stats of allies by 20%. Because as you go up higher, so much difficult. And this one reduce cooldown by 8%. But pretty much the one that you really want is, if you're short on heroes, you want to put like a Aerie, this one in your slot, because it increases chance of getting hero by 8%. The This one that was just added, Croa, this one's for a Tower of Abyssal, but increases allies physical attack, magical attack, and defense by 30%, which is absolutely insane. But this only applies unfortunately, in the Tower of Abyssal. So you guys can see that even if you get these non Seven Night Pets, they all have different kind of uses. This one increases allies defense by 15%, and also increase crit damage by 15%. So they're all really nice, and also they all represent a certain hero as well. So this one obviously looks like Karin, and increases a heal by 20%. So it's good for the healers, and also reduce a enemy's damage dealing by 20%. So that's just another additional boost. And as you go into a 6-star, you'll have pretty much like two different effects. This one increase regular attack damage by 20%, and also chance of increase in counter by 20%. So specifically for like a Nia as well, it represents the Nia. She does a lot of regular attack slash counter is really good for her anyway. This one reduces the damage intake for the flat damages. For instance, like Sarah, Ballista, Kyle, and things like that does flat damage. It reduces their damage by 60%. So just amazing. And also reduce a AoE 5% AoE damage by 30% again. So this one's just really nice, and also will be pretty much used in arena and a lot of different things. And here is the Nina. Obviously looks like Alina, but increases a allies damage dealing by 12%, and also increases enemies intake of damage by 12%. So you guys can see that some of them overlap each other, as well as some of the characters like I have, like Mick. So if I have 6-star Mick, which is just added, I get 500 per each. Pretty interesting. Also, this will increase the chance of item by 8%. But I'm gonna just go ahead and skip these ones because they're absolutely not needed. You could use it as a fodder, but here are the special pets where you should be taking really look at, because these are amazing in a lot of different places. So Lu was one of the one that was used a lot. Increased allies defense by 15%. Also increase enemies damage dealing by 15%. So it just makes enemy take more damage while dealing less damage. So he was used a lot in the arena. In addition, they added also that for the blocking, chance of blocking, increases chance of damages that they'll block by 15%. So more they can block. And Delo was one of the also the one that used very often, just because it was really popular in arena. And this is the one that I really want to get, just because it's so much nicer when I do a lot of different things. But it increases allies magic and physical attack by 20%. Also increase and crit chance and blocking the chance by 20%. So it was pretty much really good for anything. Rachel did kind of fall off. I mean, I didn't really see many people using her, especially in high tiers too, but increases in the crit damage and lethal damage by 30%, and also increase single target damage by 20%. So I know she was more used, I guess, for the Castle Rush and Raid, which uses a lot of crit and the lethal, and also increase in single person. But here is one of the Uprising 1 decree, especially with the Nox, Delans, and Chris coming up. This also increases a chance of status element apply rate by increased by 30%. So more likely they'll silence, more likely they'll apply the death and things like that, as well as reducing the cooldown of allies by 5%. So he's amazing, especially with the new the Chris awakening and things. So hopefully I get him as well. And here's a Pyke. It basically does the opposite. It has a 30% increase in chance and resistance, status element resistance by 30%, and also increase allies defense by 10%. And here is also the new one added, Jev. Probably I would love to have it just for my Jave, but increases damages of AoE damage 3 to 5% AoE damage by 40%. And that's just another really great thing, as well as increase reduce a enemy's blocking rate or defense rate by 30%. So it's really suited for Jave, and technically each one represents what each 7 Knight pretty much does. And last one is the Eileen, and it does kind of opposite in my opinion, but it increases the damages by 50% to a 1 to 3% target damage attack skill. So that's just really great, especially for, I guess, some of the heroes are really strong with single target attacks and things, and also increased chance of counter by 30%. So those are the 7 Knight heroes. They're generally harder to get, but especially when there's things like this, you could also go ahead and summon the pets as well. They're for 30 Ruby, and also they have high chance right now of Jave, Eileen, and Kroa. So really nice. Make sure you guys, I'll probably go ahead and summon as well, just because it's so tempting. But those are out, and pets are generally used for a lot of different things. You guys can see that they have specific purpose for the certain content, for raid, and for Tower of Abyssal, adventure, a lot of different things. So it's really not bad to have multiple pets as long as they're 4-star and above. So make sure you guys can also keep it and use it from different time to time and different team to team, based on which one you guys do. But I hope this helped you guys getting to know general things about what each pets do, and also a how you can fuse the pets to get a different ones for the lower stars. So that's how it works. If you guys do have any other questions, please do comment or message me through the Facebook, which I'll probably respond faster through that way. But yeah, so please message or comment, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. So peace out, guys.